guys, Ravi here. Welcome back to another video. This one I'm not gonna make too long. This is basically gonna be kind of like follow-up video since the last video I posted where we talked about the electrical changes. So this is basically, and I also mentioned that there was a build that I'm gonna be trying out too with these changes. So this video is basically gonna talk about what I've been doing since patch was on Wednesday. Currently recording this video on Monday now, but it's like 12:15 a.m. so it's kind of like Sunday night if you think about it. So I've been playing on this account here for a couple days now, and these are what the stats are looking like. All right, so I want to just get into the build and explain how kind of work or what how I've been making it work. As I said, right, electrocute damage got a huge buff. Now in my video I talked about that, right? And because it gives you so much more damage, right, you add on more damage in your runes and items, that means you can go for more lethal basically, right? You have a higher chance of actually closing out a kill in the early game, right? So that means that you get more kills. When you get more kills, you get more gold, so you can get more items, so you can get more damage, so you can get more kills. You see what I'm saying? So just like a cycle. So that's the mentality that you want to have when approaching this build, right? Obviously still need to farm, right? Don't think that farming is not important. So I'm gonna just get into it, right? What the build is. Well, first off, I want to talk about the runes actually, right? So I'm gonna show this from here. So for the rune is you want to do electrocute, right? Obviously, right? I don't Dark Harvest can actually out damage electrocute. I did test it way back in the past before. It's kind of like a more of a for fun rune, but it can out damage this. But you're gonna wanna for this setup though, I'm just keep it short. I want to do electrocute. I'm not really sold on the Halo Blades because the problem with the Halo Blades is just how it really works. Yes, you probably can get a bigger burst at level like 1, 2, 3, 4 and so forth, right? But like if you're not actually jumping on your opponent every because the way how your cooldown work, right? Your W cooldown matches up with electric cooldown. So like even if you're going for kills in lane, it just kind of feels nice. And then this rune late game kind of feels very awkward because now you gotta be auto attack, dive onto your opponent and just auto attack. But sometimes you can land a double Q in lane and proc electric. Anyways, next thing is sudden impact, pretty obvious choice here. Taste of blood is really good too, but for this setup we're gonna want to focus on just maximizing your damage. Taste of blood, I mean back in the day it used to be a really good rune, I guess, but it's still solid per se. But no, you just want to focus on just getting more damage. Now out of these 3 runes, right, this rune's just the worst. Do not take this. The deep ward, the problem with deep ward is that I like to use blue trinket, swap the blue trinket right later on. And also if you use red trinket too, it doesn't work with that because this is only for wards, so that's why I don't like this rune. And this one just works for any no matter which runes you're going. Sorry, our trinket, it's gonna lower your cooldown, so you can blue ward more, you can sweeper more. It's actually really strong with sweeper, I feel like. You can yellow ward more if you're gonna keep that too, right? And then for this tree I go treasure hunter. So the reason why, remember I talked about the gold thing, right? So it's kind of like that. You want to be snowballing, getting more gold, get more items, get more kills, means more gold. I don't go ultimate hunter over it because like I'd rather play around the fighter. I'd rather just wait for my ulti to be up than to be like, hey, you know, and then just give it the gold. And the way how gold works in league, right? You can't just look at it as, oh well, it gives you what, 50 gold and well 70 gold, right? You can't just look at it like that. It's more like how much do you have to stay extra wave for this item, you know? Because remember, sometimes you have to stay a 1 wave, right, for an item. In this case, you know, this can cover that. Let's say 100 gold short of your item. What happens? You have to stay a whole 30-second more in lane when you could have just reset before and just have higher tempo. It's basically kind of that going on right now. Next thing is so I remember in the video I talked about mana flow ban and scored, but I did play a couple games on my main. What I quickly realized is that first of all, you don't need that anymore. Well, it's better to run precision because when I was running cut down, right, you know I love cut down a lot. Cut down does so much damage combined with sudden impact. They're basically going back and forth. Like usually cut down is slightly ahead, but some games sudden impact does out damage cut down, but they're doing crazy the amount of damage. One game I had like 3k on both, right? Scorch will probably peak out at like 600, and way out Scorch work, you want to proc it over and over in lane 2. You're not necessarily doing that as much playstyle, right? So you're trying to make sure you get a double Q, if anything, because you're gonna run out of mana if you just spam Q like with a comet setup. And presence of mind, right? Because you're gonna be getting kills more often, presence of mind means if you get kills, you get about 50% of your max mana. Kind of just like that. Cool. So the next thing I want to get into, right? So that's the runes, right? Obviously, with this setup, it doesn't allow much rune flexibility in the runes, so that's kind of like the downside of this setup. Kind of you're locked into this setup of runes. You just gotta it's like all or nothing, right? And the next, so the build, right? I'm talking about like Russian Ghostblade and so forth, right? So to explain how this works is that with this setup, right? Say you get early kills by a sturdy dirt. Before you buy a pickaxe which gives 2580, but this gives 2080 and 10 lethality. Now 10 lethality is gonna make it so that this item does more damage than the pickaxe in the early game, right? Because if you guys don't know how lethality work, it's like it's flat like armor pen. So if somebody has 40 armor, right, you minus 10 from 40. Now they have 30 armor to you. Cool. Right, so that's why lethality is better against low armor targets than armor pen percentage, because if you have like last whisper or whatever 40%, you're shooting like 40% of the 40 armor, right? That's not gonna be like a lot of pen compared to if they had, say, they had 200. So with this setup though, so that's why you kind of like rush into there, because you have a lot of damage, you can get kills, you can try to play for that. Now Ghostblade is cheap, 2,800 gold, and what I like about Ghostblade Rush is the movement speed. Now this build has been going around for a while, right? Especially like there's a Korean guy that was doing it, right? And if you know, or if you don't know, right, Korean server, they like to fight a lot. So basically, Ghostblade just being able to run around the map probably was like a really nice thing to do there. But overall though, right now though, in the meta, right, I was just talking about like the history, but on the meta right now, right, there's a lot of fighting going on. So you have to be showing up to fight, gotta be fighting for, you gotta be contesting the beats, stuff, right, the objectives, all of that. So just being more active on the map with Ghostblade feels really, really nice, especially with the buffs though, because the buffs is kind of what kind of lean into it, because now that you have way more damage in your kit, well, from your runes, right, you can go items that match up with that. Really nice. So that's why Ghostblade Rush feels really good. Severity Dirk plus movement speed, just running around the map and just doing whatever. Now, yes, there's an item that you can do that gives you more damage, which is opportunity, if you're trying to focus on really maximizing your burst. Plus, it's even cheaper. Could be something that you could try. I had a friend said that mentioned likes opportunity rush because he plays like ADC Naafiri, right? But the problem is that this gives movement speed after you get a kill, while this gives you movement speed right through. So I feel like this is a big part. And the movement speed allows you to chase people down or even just avoid gangsters running away. Right, so it's really, really nice. The next thing is CDR boots. I mean, I get CDR boots. Boots, okay, so one thing with this build though is that this does give CDR, so having boots, CDR boots is nice, but it's not a must. If you want to go other boots, you can. Now, but for the second item, right, it's Cleaver. I go Cleaver like almost every game. Okay, let me actually filter this here. I go Cleaver like every game. Now, the reason why I go Cleaver is, for one, it gives you a bunch of H, right? So it makes you tank. Think about it like how Eclipse was. It made you a lot more durable, especially when you dive in. If I was to build something else, I'd be really, really squishy. So, and because you have so much damage from your runes, you just do so much damage to anybody that you fight. You can fight squishy, you can fight a tankier target. You'll be able to fight them because of this. Right? Gives a lot of ability haste, 20, and it gives 40 80. Also gives movement speed when you do physical damage. So when you Q on your dog deal damage, you just have more movements. Combine that with Ghostblade, you're moving so fast, right? And that is kind of like the 1-2 that be doing Ghostblade into Cleaver. And because you're so fast, you're able to just run around the map, run around, and even in fights, you're able to run around them. So it feels really, really strong. Now, for after that though, is when that is where I'm still testing things, right? A lot of things that be going here is around this point. I may go opportunity if I'm feeling like I want to maximize my damage. I'll go opportunity for the burst. Also, the movement speed is really, really nice. When you get kills, just run around the map. Kind of it's really a different kind of play style though, right? Than the normal Eclipse setup. But still, your fundamentals of Naafiri will be fine. Basically, if you can't dive into the enemy, you cut. Now, I did mention that this item does have some anti-synergy, right? Because of how the bleed works with the preparation passive. Basically, it will make it so that you don't come out of combat sooner if you land. You're using Q to poke, like harder fights. So that's why when you're using it, you want to play around that in mind. So you want to make sure you try to land your double Q. If you're poking, make sure you land a double Q right onto the targets. Try not to be careful when you're trying to spread it out. So far, right? Is when you get kills though, you're gonna be moving so fast. But other than that, there's games where I actually go. I think this game. Hold on. I think this game I actually went. Hold on. Let me check. Oh no, I didn't do this game. Okay, well this game I did it for sure, cause you know. Yeah, I go Edge and I here. I went Edge and I because of I buffed Caitlyn. Basically able to ignore their shields and just dive onto them. Well, not shield, but the peel, right? Also good against Shaker Box was going like mix damage. Thing inside us too if he uses E to time your W, but I wouldn't. Yeah, I'm not really taking it for silence. It's more so like the Caitlyn and the lock, right? So it's really good there. Other things I've went is Serpents. You already know Serpents is really good if it's a must. If it's good, good. Like it's gonna be outdoing every other. So in the later games, I was doing a more of a damage setup. But when I just started out though, right, I want to go back. I was doing a bruiser setup too with it, which is quite good too. It's not bad at all. It is really good. So you can actually just itemize bruiser as well. The same thing as just doing like bruiser build, right? But I mean, yeah, it's just Ghost Blade kind of replacing like Eclipse. And you're gonna try to play around the movement speed and the burst. Outdo your fights. You don't wanna be focusing. You don't have the Eclipse shield anymore, so you want to play the fights where you rely on movement speed and your burst. Offense is defense in this case. All right. Some games though, you're gonna go bruiser. Now people been asking me when do you go bruiser? You know, blah blah blah. Bruiser is typically good when you are going to take a lot of damage that you can't really avoid taking. Right. You can't just dive in and just one shot them for free because of what they may have. Right. And then sometimes there's a borderline between both where I can go any like I can go assassin or bruiser depending on the game, just because I feel like I could just work both builds here, right? But typically assassin is good when you can dive onto the person and one shot them, easy access, or yeah, you can just one shot them just like that. Or this build is bruiser build is good when you're gonna get peeled off or you're gonna take a lot of damage of like that you can't really avoid taking. So for this game right there, Fiddlesticks, right, Seraphine, like normally these champs just lock you up in team fights, and then even when you go in, so just kind of want to survive all of that. So that's why I like to go that this game. And this game, Visage, to me, kind of OP. This is ADC Naafiri, by the way, guys. But yeah, I soon get into that at the final stage of the video. So yeah, that's basically all the stuff that I've been going. One item that I haven't really run though is Axiom. After Cirilla nerf, well, Cirilla change way back, where it gives no longer gives lethality. It feels really bad to go. Not gonna lie, like it does feel bad. Yeah, because I used to be able to get my old 3 time in a fight if it plays out nice, guarantee get 2. Now it's like I may get 2 at the end of the fight. I'm like, okay, well, I don't care anymore, or it's not too working that nice. But I still think it still can have angles, right? But the other items just like work. You know what I'm saying? Like opportunity, movement speed, burst feels good when you have like black cleaver and ghost blade and your ulti that just make you zoom. And a lot of people always be like, one of the things I hate seeing about people playing with Naafiri is like, oh well, she's just a assassin that just dives in and just dies. Like others have get out. I'm like, what are you talking about? Not every assassin that has a get out. Like yes, Zed has one, Evelyn has one, but like Rengar doesn't. Even if you look at Diana, I'm saying Diana when she played like an assassin, right? Doesn't have a get out. He's not really. It's kind of like Zonius and then try to E again, but don't necessarily have per se a get out in his kit, right? That's the same building an item to buy time. Same way I can buy an item like opportunity to move out, you know. But here's the thing: I'm not even going to talk about item here. And if your ult gives a reset, which gives you a big shield and movement speed, like that isn't get out. Like people be like, yeah, but it's not the same, or like no, that isn't the get out by definition. If I get a kill and I get a shield and I get movement speed to actually run out of the fight or stall, that is a get out. Like it is. Like I hate when people say Naafiri doesn't have a get out. Literally does. Just gotta play around it. Right? That's basically just what I wanted to talk about though. And also, people somebody did ask me, can go ignite with this? Probably could go ignite for sure. Like ignite is kind of like I really prefer TP, especially when playing in higher MMR. I can kill them without ignite, so I don't like playing without teleport in solo lane. Now some of these games you see exhaust, right? Those are actually ADC Naafiri games, and that's the last thing I want to talk about here. So my friend I'm like his name is Zed, right? He been doing like ADC Naafiri. I don't have it. If I had his OPG, man, I would pull it up right now. But he basically plays that. And I tried it. I think I tried it in a flex on my other account. It was fine, but I was like, okay, cool. But that wasn't really like the defining factor for me to play per se yet, right? Or well, no, I was playing it. I was convinced, basically. I played it some more, even on this account. My first game on this account, right, was ADC. But I wasn't. I just got ADC randomly. Here's the thing, though, right? Somebody mentioned to me. I kept getting top lane. Let me. I don't. Yeah, I kept getting top lane. Let me see if I can show y'all. I got top lane like a lot. Right here, I was getting, because you guys don't know this, right? If you don't watch, I get top lane a lot because I keep top lane secondary, right? I get top lane a lot. So I get top lane here, they dodge, or I get top lane, they like, you know, I get mid, then they dodge, I get top. They've been doing that, so I just keep getting top lane a lot over the night. So it doesn't seem like much games here, but trust me, when they dodge and then go back in, I get top, and then I may get back mid. Like I get top lane a lot basically, right? And this is a soft, this is very soft compared to like what I'm used to in any case. So here's the thing, right? Somebody mentioned to me that my friend Trison is queuing bot lane secondary when, right? Use mid, then bot lane secondary. And he hardly ever gets bot lane. He already gets fail. He gets mid. So I was like, okay, I'll try that. And then right here, I start queuing mid slash bot. And I got top lane one time here. And then, I've not gotten top lane since then. Well, one game I got top. So that was a straight up autofill top. That's fine for me. But here's the problem though. If I queue bot lane secondary, that means I have to play bot. What happens when I get bot? Remember, we talked about me playing ADC Naafiri because I said it's fine. I play bot lane and I can actually do well with it. He goes exhaust, so I just take exhaust. I'm not really too well knowledgeable on or in practice on like the other summoner spells, right? Because you mentioned that you can go ignite too. But I kind of like the exhaust. I'm not gonna lie. I use exhaust and I cast you up here in a late game fight, one of these games, and it worked. Is this game? Yeah, it worked. So yeah, I'm queuing bot lane second, and I'm gonna play ADC Naafiri. Yeah, I'm gonna be playing that when I get bot lane though. Like this game, I literally got target banned by the way, so I had to pull out the Kled. You already know. If you don't know, I played Kled before Naafiri, and yeah, I just went demon mode right here, bro. Anyways, this video was just to update you guys on what I'm doing. This is basically what has been going on right now. So I hope you guys try the build. I hope you guys like the play style. I'm gonna keep testing this build out though to find out angles where I feel like it's not as optimal. Because remember, like Conquer can be very good versus tanks, and Comet probably can be really good versus like things that you can't really dive on. You just need to constantly poke, because you can do Comet and run this build. You can probably do that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'll still keep testing though. But if you guys want, just come to my stream, right? You can type command exclamation OPGG if you want to exclamation OPGG, so you can get access to all of my accounts, and that way you can track what I'm actually doing in my builds as I play more games and adapt. Because things can change, right? I can discover something new, or you know, something that is pretty niche. So you can just use that if you want to keep you update with what I'm actually running currently and see where it goes. Anyways, guys, I love y'all. Take care. I'm about to hop in solo queue. I hope this video doesn't curse me and I start losing. But I'm playing good overall now. I wasn't really playing good on my main, but now I'm motivated to play. I've been waiting on these changes, bro. I've been waiting because I feel like there's just no changes to Naafiri, which was kind of getting a little stale. I'm not gonna lie, it was getting a little stale. Also, one other thing, Notice I don't have Cirilla here. I feel like if I go Cirilla with this build, it's weird. It's weird because you're gonna be so squishy. So that's why I don't do that. But you could probably, I mean, you could probably do Cirilla after, like third. You kind of want to run these two items with maximum burst, but I'm not too like. I feel like you have enough damage already, so I don't feel like I need to run these two items together as first and second item. Because I rather just get a little bit tankier so I can do more in fights. Because if I can one shot them and then the others look at me and be like, hey, you know. They throw their spells at me and now I'm 1 HP. I gotta recall. Because a lot of times, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of times I do have to just recall. But I'm fine with that because Ghostblade can make you come back to lane quick. Anyways, take care, guys. See y'all in the next video. And